So we got booked again as a corporate DP in Miami. I'm taking the 3-hour drive down from Orlando. This one is single camera, lighting, audio, some simple B-roll interview, kind of a 9 to 5 p.m. type of day. It might be a little loud in here. That's because I have the seats down for both of my bags in here. One of them carries camera, the other one carries everything else. And it's a good thing this one is only a 1 camera shoot, because I just sold my B camera and my photo camera. I will be ordering something new, and I did bring a little bit of extra kit. We'll see if I actually use it. It's not going to help me, it's really just to impress the client, but we'll see if I use that tomorrow. Right now, it's extremely stormy, but I'm going to be getting to the hotel, and then we begin tomorrow at about 8:30. This doesn't happen often, but I just arrived to the hotel and got an email saying dinner and breakfast can be put on the tab of the room. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. And everything's already charged, so I can rest easy tonight. Just had breakfast and was able to meet with the producer and CEO in the lobby. They gave a rundown of what we're going to be doing. So the first half is kind of a slow B-roll day, and just getting exteriors, employees interacting with each other. And then the second half is going to be very fast-paced interviews. So I wish the whole day was neutral, but instead it's going to be slow then fast. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm about 2 minutes from the location, and we're going to probably put the camera on the gimbal. They couldn't really decide whether they said natural movement and smooth, but we don't like dolly look. So I'm like, do you want handheld or do you want gimbal? So we'll probably get both. Quick shot of the camera. They asked for nats, or natural sound, when recording B-roll. That's why the mic is on top. And then before going out to capture the B-roll, here is the producer and the CEO, who both flew in, and they're just kind of giving a rundown on what they want. And with these executives, you kind of work off of their time. So they had a few minutes, and we grabbed a couple shots of them fake talking, but actually we said, just talk about work. That's usually the easiest thing to make it look comfortable. And they had a normal work conversation, and it comes across great in video. So we had a morning of B-roll with a bunch of time lapses, and what else did we have? Employees talking with other employees. So yeah, sometimes they look at you and you just gotta stand strong, keep filming. But the 24-70 is doing great. And right now we're gonna move from handheld gimbal, which is what I was doing. I was switching between gimbal and handheld. And now we're gonna put on the handle and monitor and lavs, single lav. The producer was actually wondering if this was a C500. So just to know that they look at the C70 as the same way as the upper level cinema cams from Canon is a good look. And he was saying, oh, I like how small it is, because he watched me go from gimbal to handheld and to tripod with extremely minimal rigging, de-rigging. So C70 is still doing everything that I want it, and it has the form factor that impresses the clients. Is a wireless monitor kit for a director's monitor. So here's the transmitter receiver, there's the monitor, and then that will go onto a stand similar like this. this, that the producer will see. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet. We'll see how fast we need to move and how much space we have. Otherwise, I'll just have this monitor that he can reference. So I immediately used it. You know, sometimes you pack gear and you think maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't, and you end up not using it, and it's heavy and it weighs down your bag. And then other times it comes in clutch. So this time that is the producer who's standing in, and the CEO is behind, and this is his view. So he gets to see the monitor while doing work on his computer, and he's kind of in the mix, but a little bit outside, which is exactly where he wanted to be. He didn't want to be, you know, in between all these light stands. So a director's monitor was the perfect use for this. So here I have the interview station set up. We're only doing one here. Remember to gaff tape down your cords. And I will be behind the camera operating. The producer is to the right side of me. That way the talent is looking across screen. And the biggest thing here was trying to hide the light reflections in the window. We're shooting directly against a window and even a window behind that. So reflections are hard, but you kind of puzzle piece Tetris it to hide the light and while not getting a weird angle on the skin. And I think this one came out really good. Like I said, they want a natural movement during B-roll, and then they also wanted natural lighting during the interview. So very, very low intensity lighting. I think the big key light was at 8% intensity. And right here, I'm trying to find a way to not have the rim light in the reflection. So you can see the reflection in the director's monitor, and that's okay because the talent will actually cover that up. If I had a stand that went higher, it would have been really good. But since these are, I think they go up to like 7 or 8 feet, you kind of got to work with it. So here she is, she's covering the light. And as long as she stays on her mark, which I have gaff taped on the ground where her toes should line up, then you won't see it in the window. And I'm really happy with how this frame came out. Very light, clean, but still with some shape on her face. And then a lot of cables, trying to make it, you know, not look too crazy. But it's a tight space. And when you're filming in offices, this is actually a pretty big size office, you normally are cramped. But I do like how this came out. And 2 interviews were all finished, and I began packing up. And I wanted to see how long it took for me to pack up. So this was about maybe 20 minutes. And then during this, the producer is transferring the footage. There's a chance that they said I'm going to be coming back next Tuesday. They proposed a new shot. There's going to be a new event, and they're coming from up north. So, I mean, I'm okay with that. Come back here in a couple days, get another full day rate, and build this relationship with this company because they do productions all over. I just found out that they had some work in Amsterdam a little while ago, but they did source videographers local, which makes sense instead of flying them internationally. But if I can become their Florida person, that's good for them and that's good for me. I've already done that with another company, and you know, a lot of people who aren't from this state don't know how big it is, and that it takes, you know, 3 to 4 hours to go down south or 5 hours to go up north if you're coming from Orlando. So if they just think, oh, he's the Florida person, he can get anywhere, we just have to get him a hotel, I'll drive, I'll take the BRZ and we'll get there. So this one was really good, single camera. I just sold my B camera and my photo camera. So I had a Panasonic GH5S and a Canon 80D. And they're just getting their resale value is getting worse and worse and worse. So I figured with this new Canon R7 that just popped up, that could solve a lot of problems. That's a photo camera, that is a video camera, it has dual card slots, it has C-Log 3, it's a Super 35 sensor, it's hitting and has Canon color. That's kind of the most important, is it matches my other Canon camera, my A-Cam. So with that, it's already pre-ordered. It should come here in 2 weeks. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be the B-Cam, and I can just take out another set of chargers, another set of batteries, a Metabones. I can take out all that stuff and replace it with just one camera. So I'm really, really pumped on that. I'm gonna see if it can match the C70 in any way, because it would just be the B camera on tripod. 24 frames per second, 4K, 10-bit log. And if it can do that, then I will be happy. And if not, I'm stuck with it. So the next vlog will come out whenever. It may be next Tuesday, or I may have the job next Tuesday. We'll find out.